How can I own an IP address? How can I own an IP address like I do with domains? I have done some research and it seems that you can't buy a single IP, but rather you have to purchase a range of IP addresses. Update, important note. I want this IP to use it with my servers. For example, I had a VPS, it went bad, I want to be able to use the same IP on another VPS from another company.
What you want just isn't possible on a small scale. IP addresses are purchased in blocks by companies with a hell of a lot of money and, more importantly, infrastructure. When you get one, unless you are going direct to your regional internet registry, you are only renting the IP. Even if you then owned an IP by going direct to your which can be very expensive just to register. See Aaron, RIPE. I highly doubt any VPS provider will add a route to your IP as it will require a significant change to their own infrastructure. The best thing you can do is to use a single provider that specializes in uptime/100% availability. It will be expensive, but this is by far the cheapest way of going around it. I'm updating this answer significantly as I have received so many emails asking for more info or help and approximate costs. What you are asking for is hard and expensive. For just 2 VPS from a provider, I highly doubt you will find anyone willing due to complexity. But if someone does want to go down this route, it isn't impossible. To understand routing across the internet, you need to know that there is more than IP routing alone. BGP is a routing protocol used by providers in order for them to say my IPs are here. To participate in BGP, you need an IS number, and to get an IS number and IPs, you need to register with a as explained above. When participating in BGP, instead of buying Internet as a service from a provider, you buy IP transit from a provider which allows you to publish your IS number/IPs. So, you would have IP transit at multiple locations and you would then publish BGP routes from one, and if connectivity to one site fails, you publish the route to the other location and IPs are routed there. As for price, you will need to find a colocation package that allows you to have IP transit. If you shop around, minimum would probably be £300 a month for a quarter rack. Next, the transit itself, around £5, £10 per MB of IP transit when purchased at low totals. I am not sure on all fees as they all have different prices and structures. For example, Aaron paid for how many IP blocks you have, starting at $500 for a /24 with a max price of $32,000, whereas RIPE is €1,800 for unlimited. Lastly, you will need a server, any price, and a router capable of BGP. After you have done this, duplicate it, or even triplicate it. Other than the fees, that's a one-off. And if you can't follow this, I'm always up for consultation. Smile. Assuming you are somewhere in the geographic area covered by Aaron, this tells you what you need to do. Generally, you need to be an ISP of some sort. You probably want to apply for an IS number as well, since if you are an ISP you need it for your BGP routing.
You can buy blocks of numbers from Adrex, they really know their stuff. The RIAs are leasing numbers now. If you get IPs from your ISP, you are renting. If you are on a hosting service, you are not going to be able to purchase numbers that can port or take with you. The RIAs are pretty much out of space, so the secondary market is your best bet. Companies like Aaron still require needs assessment and are designed for ISPs more than small companies or application providers.
Now that is not possible. Different ISPs, providers, can provide different IP blocks. What you need is a domain address that you can point to your VPS's IP all the time, no matter how many times you change your provider.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.